I'm driving home and there is a beautiful sunset to my left. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. I was just admiring it a second ago. Here's the point. All around our lives, every single day, there is beauty. There's absolute beauty. There's life. There's generosity. In other words, I believe that the world is a pretty amazing place. And I believe that people are awesome. I really do. Some people think the complete opposite. They think life is against them. They think that people are negative, that people are by nature greedy and selfish and this type of thing. Listen, I understand that. Okay, sure. There's some people that, just want to seek their own agenda, this type of thing. But the majority of people that I meet are truly amazing, generous, beautiful, and brilliant people. Now, here's the reality. I was listening to an audiobook the other day. By the way, I love audiobooks. If you do not have audiobooks, you're missing out. Why? Because the average person commutes enough that in a 3-year period, if they were listening to audiobooks, they would earn a PhD in their subject matter. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that, look, redeem the time. There's time you could be in traffic at a doctor's office and you could be listening to audiobooks and feeding your brain. But here's what I'm going to say. We live in a world today that just a few decades ago, they often published positive headlines and positive stories. I mean, you would go to Time magazine just, 6 decades ago, and you would see these positive stories that were uplifting, that would basically create belief and hope and optimism inside you. And then what they realized is that their readership was plateauing. So what they did is they began to experiment with negative headlines. And they found out that negative words, negative headlines, and negative stories that are based on fear increase readership by 30%. And you might say, Kary, what are you talking about? Go ahead, Google this. Go ahead, search for the story. You'll see it. They found out that, sure enough, if they turned the negative spin on news, 30% more readership. And you got it. Guess what? That means ads, and that means money. And so they began to exchange this outlook for life that was very positive for an outlook on life that's very negative. And you can imagine, what is the cost of that? The cost of that is that the human psyche oftentimes believes that things are not up, things are not good, things are not for them. And we live in a scary and hostile place where it's, dog eat dog and this type of thing. And all I'm saying is that it's just not true. But if you feast on that with your thoughts, you will begin to reap that. The great wise saying that we, as a man thinketh, so is he, right? And it talks about reaping and sowing. So sure, if you want to feast on negativity and danger and hostility and the weather, is going crazy and all this stuff, you will be able to see it. But here's the crazy thing. We are more connected than back a few decades ago. So now you have all the negativity brought to you immediately. So all the negativity that's out there in the world, which is a very, very small fraction, is now brought to your news feed, and it's showing up day in and day out, and you are picking that up. And trust me, you will begin to broadcast that in your business, in your mindset, and you will begin to essentially mirror that which you are feeding yourself. And it will cut into your sales, your optimism, your mission, your vision. So, the choice is up to you. I want to be someone who guards my thoughts. There's my favorite book that says, take every thought captive. in that same book, it says, guard your heart, for out of it flow the issues of life. So I want to be someone who guards my mind, guards my heart, and realizes that there is an agenda out there. I'm not trying to be all conspiracy crazy or anything, but there is an agenda out there that says that it wants to promote negativity and pessimism and sell ads as a result. Let's be the outliers. Let's be the ones who broadcast the positive stories, who feed on the good, wholesome stories of life, and let's promote that. Because listen, we need people who are more about being souls on fire. Because as our old French general said, Ferdinand Foch, who's now long time dead, he said that the most powerful weapon on earth is the human soul on fire. I love what Saint Irenaeus said way before him. He said that the glory of God was man and woman fully alive. That's who we need. That's who we need you to be today. My name is Kary Oberbrunner. Be a soul on fire today. Subscribe, share, tag. We need this message out in the world. Make it a great day.